Hello students, I welcome to all of you to this DM Study Center. Dear students, myself Dhiraj Mandal, Assistant Professor JIS College of Engineering, Kollani. You know that we have taken an initiative that we are directed by head office and also by JIS College of Engineering, that in this pandemic situation like coronavirus, what we are doing, we have made a lot of lecture recorded through mobile or computer, and it will be uploaded in my YouTube channel, which will be accessible by any student from JIS group. Okay, some link will be given to you, and by the help of that link you may access my all the lecture. We will be talking about fluid mechanics. You know that the paper name is your fluid mechanics, paper code ME303. BTech, this subject is dedicated to BTech second year student, credit 3, and total 636 lecture. According to the syllabus, total 36 dedicated lecture will be given. But don't take any kind of tension that your syllabus will be covered. You just follow my lecture, and this subject will be covered very that means with a discussion in depth. And this initiative is taken by JIS College of Engineering. Our lot of you know that in this pandemic situation we cannot physically meet with you. That is why this initiative is taken, and I hope you will be benefited for this initiative. If you are having any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section, or you can email me. This is my contact number, you can see. So let us talk about me, myself Dhiraj Mandal, Assistant Professor, JIS College of Engineering, Mechanical Engineering Department. You can connect me in YouTube, DM Study Center. There is a dedicated YouTube channel. Already it is established almost in 2017. I made this channel, but in this pandemic situation it was not in active mode. But right now more than 1120 lecture has been given. And you know that fluid machinery subject, Indian Constitution, some lecture related to current affairs, some lecture related to general knowledge which are given. Okay, so you can follow me in my YouTube channel DM Study Center. This is the link. Okay, in this link you can follow me. Or if you want to get my all the PPT file and whatever the PDF file, okay, and the notes and everything, you can get in the Telegram channel. There is a dedicated Telegram channel. This is the symbol of the Telegram channel, you can see. This is the symbol. So this Telegram channel is nothing but a apps like WhatsApp, where the your notes will be provided here. So join the DM Study Center official channel, and you can find by searching at the rate DM Study Center. Okay, or you can join in this GK by Dhiraj sir, this in this group, and it is also in Telegram. This is the link. Okay, and this is my YouTube link. There is a Facebook page. In this Facebook page already DM Study Center, by the name of DM Study Center, there is a dedicated page is created where everyday newspaper you can access. Okay, and also there is some reasoning, aptitude, this type of quiz is organized every day. Okay, you can connect to me my Facebook channel also, Facebook page also. This is my email ID. Whatever the assignment will be given to you, you can submit that assignment in this email ID, and this is my phone number. Any doubt for urgent matter, you can ask me in my phone number, you can call me. Okay, so this is my YouTube channel DM Study Center, and Facebook page is there. This link is given. Okay, now first of all, introduction part. this is your introductory class, where we will be discuss about what is fluid mechanics, what are the parameters, and what is the need of fluid mechanics, why we are going to study this subject fluid mechanics. Okay, lot of thing will be discussed here. Before coming to the discussion, let us talk about the course objective. First of all, we the mechanical engineering department, NBA accredited. Okay, so 2019, 20 and 21, that means the 3 years NBA accredited, tier 1 NBA accredited. You know that last year we have got this NBA accreditation. Okay, so when we applied for NBA, we have to collect, that means we had to collect some information regarding the subject, and all, and numerous information were given to the NBA department, NBA team. Okay, so first of all, you need to know the course objective. You know that before coming to a subject, that means you are taking this mechanical engineering department, so why you have taken this one, and why we are studying this fluid mechanics, what is the basic necessity of this fluid mechanics, why we are studying. So that is very important, that you should have to know that this is the importance of this subject. Because of this, we have to study this subject, and for betterment of the people, for betterment of the society, this fluid mechanics subject is very important. Okay, so first of all, let us discuss about the course objective. Course objective is created to impart knowledge on the basic fluid properties and fluid behavior while in static or dynamic condition. The fluid may be in static condition, the fluid may be in dynamic condition. So based on that, you have to gather the knowledge, okay, within the possible hydraulic channel or duct when the fluid is flowing through an open channel or through a pipe. Okay, and also understanding of governing equation of all types of fluid flows in their application to solve industrial problem and key aspect. Okay, so this is all about the course objective. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Now course outcome, what is the outcome, why you are studying this subject, very important. देखो, two, that means there are mainly 6 outcome. Okay, first outcome is overall, that means a student should be able to gain an overall idea about the fluid flow problem. Fluid flow problem idea on fluid flow problem can be gathered. Then able to gain the knowledge about the calculation of hydrostatic forces on flat and curved plate. We will be discussing later what is flat plate, what is curved surface, and how much amount of pressure is applied, what is center of pressure, and all this will be discussed later on. So this is the course outcome number 2. Course outcome number 3, the knowledge about the pressure, velocity, discharge, etc. measuring device. So some knowledge will be gathered on pressure, how we can calculate the pressure of a particular point, how we can calculate the velocity of a fluid, how we can calculate the discharge, that is your volume flow rate. Okay, that means these are the measuring devices. You know that by the help of barometer you can measure pressure, by the help of manometer, by the help of differential manometer you can compare pressure between 2 points, by the help of velocity, by the help of pitot tube you can measure the velocity of a particular fluid when it is the fluid is flowing. Okay, by the help of venturimeter, you can measure, you can calculate the discharge. By the help of orifice meter also flow rate can be measured. Okay, so these are the devices. By the help of Bernoulli's theorem, these devices, venturimeter, orifice meter and pitot tube, these are all working. So you know that these outcome number 3 is very important to knowledge about the pressure, velocity and discharge, etc. measuring device. How it is basically applicable in industry point of view, everywhere it is applicable. Okay, so when the fluid is flowing through a pipe, then how much fluid is flowing, or whatever the oil, petrol, diesel, how much it is flowing, or some from the water tank, how much water is discharged from the barrage, how much water is discharged. By the help of this your flow measuring instrument, you can device, you can measure the discharge by the help of the a triangular nose V, that is your V nose, or rectangular nose, where okay, lot of measuring device are there. By the help of that you can measure the particular discharge. Now come to the next point, point number 4. Knowledge about the calculation of inviscid or viscous flow problem. Inviscid or viscous flow problem means, inviscid means you know the viscosity. What is viscosity? Viscosity basically it is defined as the property of the fluid, property of a fluid which offers resistance to the movement of the one layer of the fluid over another adjacent layer of the fluid. When the fluid is flowing like this, then one layer of the fluid is gliding over another adjacent layer, and as a result you will experience some frictional dissipation and frictional resistance. Because of that the movement of the fluid is resisted. Okay, so that is because of the viscosity. Now you know that the calculation of inviscid, that means which is not experiencing any kind of viscosity, is called inviscid fluid. So viscous and non-viscous fluid, the complicated problem, the complex problem, you can solve by the help of this course outcome number 4. Okay, here basically this is our course outcome number 4. So these will be discussed. What is viscosity, what is Newton's law of viscosity, all these will be discussed later on in your afterward in your upcoming session. So here basically we are discussing the overview of the fluid mechanics. What is the course outcome, what is the course objective, what is the program educational objective, and all these will be discussed here. So come to the next point. Next point is your the knowledge about different calculation procedure of compressible flow problem. Basically you know that compressibility is what, which can compress. Okay, that means if it is your a cylinder like this is your cylinder. Now this cylinder and this is your piston. When the piston is moving upward, the volume of the cylinder is decreasing in decreasing order. So as the volume is decreasing, the pressure is increasing, isn't it? You know that P is inversely proportional to V, Boyle's law. So as the pressure is increasing, volume is decreasing, so temperature is also increasing, because PV is equal to MRT or nRT. So P is proportional to T, isn't it? So what I mean to say that basically when the fluid is compressed in nature or incompressed in nature, then what about the calculation procedure? What will be the volume? What will be the other parameter properties? What are the characteristics? Other characteristic tool, that all these phenomena will be discussed in this subject, and it is basically noted in course outcome number 5. Then next your course outcome number 6, the knowledge about the open channel flow. Open channel flow means when the fluid is flowing in air, that means through an open channel, means there is any kind of not any, that means in atmospheric pressure. Okay, that the total system is open and the fluid is flowing through a canal or through a confined space, but in your atmospheric pressure. So through an open channel flow, what about the calculation, what about the viscosity, your velocity, all the measures will be done, and this is your course outcome number 6. Now let us discuss about the syllabus. You know that syllabus basically we have classified the syllabus into different module. So you can see there are mainly 9 module, and because on the 9 module the lecture also it is divided. This module 1 will be taken in one lecture. Here introduction to the fluid mechanics, fluid types, introduction to viscosity. Okay, these are discussed, but here kinematic viscosity also will be discussed. And some surface tension, it is not in your syllabus, but although I will be discussing it because this is very important for your GATE point of view. Okay, so basically this term is not given, although I will be touching that part also. What is surface tension? Variation of viscosity will be discussed. What is surface tension? What is the that means the in case of soap bubble, what are the phenomena occurred? Okay, that will be discussed here also. Capillarity will be discussed, huh? So capillarity, then your, in case of soap bubble, in case of water jet, in case of hollow bubble, what are the surface tension? Then your bulk modulus will be discussed, and lot of thing will be discussed in this chapter for module number 1. Okay, next module number 2, fluid static. When the fluid is static, means the fluid is in rest, then what are the conditions? When the fluid is in rest, then what are the pressure, force, what are the other parameter? Then for a submerged fluid, the vertical, when it is vertical, when it is inclined, when it is curved, what are the center of pressure, what are the stability of flowing fluid, what is metacenter? By the help of the metacentric point or the concept of metacenter, the ship is moving. Okay, why it is not tilting, or why the ship is not flipping, okay, in water? The why the ship is the weight of the ship is very very much high. That means weight is more, although the ship is not submerged, the ship is not immersed in the water. Why this phenomenon is occurring, that will be discussed here. Then your fluid kinematics. In this fluid kinematics, the continuity equation will be discussed. One dimensional, two dimensional flow, there are a lot of flow are there. Your kinematic flow, laminar flow, turbulent flow, compressible flow. Okay, and these are the flow which will be discussed. Compressible flow, incompressible flow, rotational flow, irrotational flow. Okay, so that is your coming under the fluid kinematics. Then your uniform flow, non-uniform flow, then your one dimensional, two dimensional, three dimensional flow, steady flow, unsteady flow. So this flow, what is the definition of this flow, it will be discussed. Then rate of flow will be discussed here. Continuity equation also I have told you, continuity equation for three dimensional flow will be discussed. Okay, and very very important, velocity, acceleration. Okay, what is local acceleration, what is convective acceleration, that will be discussed here. Potential function and stream function will be discussed here. Okay, very very important. Okay, and in your gate exam you will be that means you will see there are a lot of question arising in this part. Okay, fluid kinematics. Okay, for the here basically velocity, potential function, stream function, equipotential line of constant stream function will be discussed here. Okay, flow net, what is flow net, type of motion, vortex flow, these are coming under the fluid kinematics. Come to the next point, next chapter, that is your dynamics of fluid flow. In dynamics of fluid flow, basically when the fluid is flowing, and the velocity, acceleration also discussed, and also we are just considering the force causing the motion of the fluid is called your dynamics of fluid flow. So basically here in dynamics of fluid flow, dynamics of fluid flow, what we will be discussing? We will be discussing on Euler's equation of motion. Then from the Euler's equation of motion, how we can derive Bernoulli's equation of motion. Then from then your Bernoulli's equation of motion will be discussed here. After that, your venturimeter. From the application of Bernoulli's equation, there is a venturimeter device, orifice meter. Okay, then orifice meter, then your pitot tube. So pitot tube will be discussed. So basically these how the it is operating, and what are the derivation, what is the calculation, these all will be discussed in this dynamics of fluid flow. Okay, next come to the next point, that is your viscous flow. When the flow is circular, that means when the fluid is flowing through a pipe, circular pipe or a parallel plate. Okay, then what is the momentum and energy equation factor, what is the phenomena occurring in the viscous flow, that will be discussed. Then elementary turbulent flow. Okay, here basically Reynolds characteristic of turbulent flow will be discussed, and velocity distribution in turbulent flow will be discussed. Okay, I think it is clear. Now come to the next slide, that is your module number 4. In module number 4, flow through pipe will be discussed. Here basically mainly there are two types of flow. One is your two types of frictional loss. One is your major loss, another one is your minor loss. Major loss is that means where Darcy and Weisbach formula and Chassis formula will be discussed. By the help of that, maximum loss when the fluid is flowing, then there may be some frictional dissipation, frictional loss, and because of that friction loss, how much energy is lost, that will be discussed here. And minor loss is coming when the fluid is flowing and there is a bend section. When the fluid is flowing and suddenly there is a the diameter of the pipe is enlarged. When the fluid is flowing, suddenly what happened, the pipe is contracted. Okay, contraction is occurring. Okay, like this. So because of that, when the fluid is flowing, there is between the two pipe there is a joint. Because of that, there may be some energy loss, and what are those energy loss, that will be discussed here. Okay, so I think it is clear. Now come to the next point. Next point is your flow through pipe. Here basically hydraulic gradient line, total energy line also will be discussed. Variation of friction factor with wall roughness, moods chart. Okay, minor loss, it will be discussed in this module 4. Module 5, come to the module 5, very important, orifice meter, mouthpiece, nose, wire, basic principle flow through orifice, V nose. V nose means your rectangle, V nose means your triangular nose, or wire. These will be discussed here. That means this is nothing but a flow. You can measure by the help of these devices. You can measure the discharge from a barrage or anywhere. Okay, now boundary layer flow, very important. Definition of boundary layer separation, basic concept just needed. Then drag force, then turbulent layer on the flat plate will be discussed. That means when the fluid is flowing over a plate, then there may be some friction, and because of that the flow is regular. That means the flow of the fluid may be rotational, may be irrotational. What is rotational, what is irrotational, that will be coming afterward when we will be talking about that part. When kinematics of fluid flow will be discussed, then we will be discussing this part. Okay, so one by one we are proceeding. We are just this is your introduction class, and what we are talking about, the syllabus, what we are going to discuss in the later class. Okay, in upcoming class. So there should be some sufficient idea about that what we are going to study. Okay, so that it will be more easy to understand that after this part will be discussed. Okay, like this. Now coming to the last module number 7, force on submerged body, flow of fluid around submerged body, basic concept of draft and lift. Okay, so these are the syllabus, you can see. Sorry, that was not last module. Module 9 is the last. Here basically you can see 8 number module, dimension analysis and model studies. Here basically in dimensional analysis, in this chapter basically you are just, it is basically used for design purpose, you can say. That means when you are going to make a prototype, then first of all you have to make a model. Okay, that means if you want to manufacture a turbine, hydraulic turbine, then first of all you have to make a small model, and you just compare that small model and just specific speed, you just determine the specific speed, and all unit power, unit discharge, unit speed, all this you have to calculate, and based on that you just make it in larger scale. Okay, so that is your trial, and after that you just applying, because large scale turbine you can't manufacture at a time, because there are so many expenses, so many material cost are there. So that first of all you have to make a model, then after that make it in large scale as a prototype. Okay, so that some clear idea will be given in this chapter. Buckingham pi theorem, very important. Then your non-dimensional number, some number, Ford number, or Reynolds number, Euler's number, Weber's number. Okay, so these are the numbers which will be discussed here. So and here basically your Mach number also there. Okay, so these are the number, non-dimensional number, and by the help of that non-dimensional number we can experiment that whether the fluid is laminar or turbulent by the help of Reynolds number, whether fluid is compressible or incompressible, and lot of things. Okay, so that will be discussed in the module number 8. In module number 9, compressible flow, it is talking about the compressible flow, whether the fluid, that means when in case of compressible flow, what are the Mach number, what are the pressure, velocity, okay, and what is stagnation property, area velocity relation, okay, and so nozzle, concept of nozzle, orifice, these will be discussed. And last lecture, it is your lecture number 36, doubt clearing class. So you just that means in every class there will be, that means if I am talking one class, then you can ask me in the comment section, also you can write me in my mail and anywhere. Okay, so if you are having any doubt, you can ask me. I will be taking a doubt clearing class which will be maximum 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, if you are having any doubt, then I can make another video and another video lecture, so that your doubt will be cleared. Okay, so I hope I think it is clear that what we are going to how we are going to proceed for the next upcoming classes. Okay, and anywhere you can connect in the DM study center, you can connect, and then you can connect me in Telegram channel for PDF, for notes. Okay, you can the also it is given, again I am showing you. This is your this in this slide you can see, this is my YouTube channel. Here this is the link. Okay, here all the lecture will be given, and another a fresh playlist will be created on fluid mechanics, and this lecture will be uploaded there, and you can access any time when your exam is coming, then you can access that particular lecture anytime, and it will be benefited for your GATE exam also. Okay, so this initiative by JIS College of Engineering, I hope it is very good, and you will be benefited in future also. And the student who are belong to, that means this college also belong to JIS group, all the student can access that this lecture. And one more important thing, the student who have passed already, they can access my lecture also, and according to their need they can access the lecture also. Okay, so now come to the this is come to the sub books. So syllabus already, I think it is clear what we need to understand, what we need to study in upcoming lecture. Now you have to, I have to recommend some books. First is your Som Biswas, you can see Tata McGraw-Hill publication, and R.K. Bansal Lakshmikant publication. So R.K. Bansal, Som Biswas, these are the books which are available in your library. Also it is available in e-copy, also available. Already I have sent you the courseware. Okay, if you have not got the courseware and the digital notes, okay, you can access the digital notes from library. So if already it is made and it is also sent, and if you have not got these digital notes, then you can connect me anywhere, you can call me, or you can in the comment section of the YouTube channel you can ask me for, sir please give me the notes, then I will give you the notes in Telegram channel. Follow the Telegram channel, install the Telegram apps, then follow the DM Study Center official channel. There I have uploaded lot of notes, or lot of newspaper you can access, the Hindu, Indian Express, Jansatta, Dainik Jagran, Anando Bazar Potrika, and all the newspaper in 3 languages. It will be, it is uploaded every day regularly. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe that particular DMS Study Center channel or in YouTube, and also DMS Study Center that official channel in Telegram also. Okay, now come to the these books, all the books you can I can mention, but the Som Biswas and R.K. Bansal, it is sufficient for your exam point of view. Okay, if you want to proceed for IAS exam or GATE exam, then rest of the book it is given here. That book also, Sengel, this book also, Fundamental and Application Fluid Mechanics, Sengel and Simblai, this Tata McGrail book also, it is very important book. Clear? Now come to the next point, that is your course objective outcome versus program outcome mapping. So basically already I have told you, mechanical department already have got NBA accreditation. Okay, and you know that if any department have got NBA accredited, then the future scope and tendency to get a job or tendency to get admission in your foreign universities, that will be more easier, because this department, particular JS College of Engineering Mechanical Department, NBA accredited. That's why I want to suggest you that don't take any, that means don't forget to take, that means the opportunity to take admission in JS College of Engineering Mechanical Engineering Department, as it is accredited, and also electrical department also accredited, you know, CSE department. Now basically what I want to say, that the course outcome versus program outcome you have to know here. Basically course outcome is what? Number one is your an overall idea about the fluid flow problem, also it is discussed, and it is basically suitable fitted in PO number 1, PO number 2, PO number 3, 9 and 12. PO is what? Program outcome. What is the outcome of that particular program? So that is fitted here in CO1. PO 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 11, 12, it is fitted in CO2. Okay, the knowledge about the calculation of hydrostatic force. So accordingly, what are these PO1, PO2? I am not going into details. There are 12 number of PO. Okay, based on that, this CO is mapped, and you can see this CO versus PO mapping. Okay, so based on this, basically what is the need of this mapping? Basically we are making our subject, our student, we are producing our student. Okay, like that means in which area you want to proceed. Okay, so based on the market point of view, based on the future scope, the syllabus is designed in such a way that if the scope in industry is more, if the scope of the research and development purpose is more, then we have to design our syllabus in such a way that the student can understand, that the student can study, go through their lesson in industry point of view, or in your design research and development point of view, that means your higher study. So all the parameter is taken, and some an optimum syllabus, and the syllabus is optimized, and based on that syllabus the student can get benefit. Okay, where they want to proceed. Okay, so this is the mapping CO versus, you can see this is the mapping CO versus PO mapping. Okay, so high, medium, low. Okay, so CO1, CO MA303, CO1 is mapping with PO1, it is high. Okay, so high, medium, low according to the viewpoint of the NBA. Okay, so it is made, so nothing to discuss here. Again, program educational objective. Now let us discuss about the CO versus PEO. So there are some PEO 3, 1 to 3 program educational objective. Here you have we have mapped it with CO. So the high, medium, low again. So nothing to discuss it. So let us come to the syllabus topic, fluid mechanics, the introduction. So first of all, in this class, I hope the time also time is running out. So first here basically we will be discussing what is fluid mechanics, and what is fluid mechanics, and what are the application, why we are studying this fluid mechanics, that will be discussed. So first of all, the definition of the fluid mechanics. You know the what is the definition? Fluid mechanics is that branch of science which deals with the behavior of the fluid, whether in liquid or gas. Okay, the behavior, liquid and gas. So fluid mechanics is that branch of the science which deals with the behavior of the fluid, whether in liquid and gas, at rest as well as in motion. Okay, thus these branch of science deals with the static, kinematic and dynamic. Okay, static, kinematic and dynamic. Okay, so basically the study of the fluid at rest is called fluid static. The study of the fluid in motion where the pressure force are not considered is called fluid kinematics. If the pressure force are also considered, the fluid is the considered for the fluid, and that means if then at that time it is be called, if the pressure force is also considered, then it will be called fluid dynamics. Clear? So basically again I am telling you, the study of the fluid in motion where the force are not considered is called your fluid kinematics. If the pressure force are also considered for the fluid in motion, then that branch of the science is called your fluid dynamics. I hope this is clear. So basically this is all about the definition of the fluid mechanics. Now first of all let us discuss what is your fluid and what is your fluid. So basically fluid, basically the substance or the which is having ability to flow from one place to another place. That means anything which is flowing is called fluid. Now basically I can take an example like air is flowing from one place to another place, so it is one kind of fluid. And water is also flowing with little permanent deformation, the water is also flowing, so it is also called fluid, isn't it? Now let us discuss what is the difference between solid and fluid. So you know the solid and fluid, the solid basically what happened, this is your solid and this is your fluid. So you know that the term elasticity, do you know the elasticity? Elasticity is the property of a fluid by the help of that a material can regain its original shape and size if the external force withdrawn on it. If I am withdrawing the external force on it, then it is regain its original shape and size. What is the example? If I am twisting your ear, तुम्हारा कान अगर हम ट्विस्ट करें, उसको मोड़े और अगर छोड़ दे तो फिर से दूसरा वो अपना पोजीशन में फिर चला आता है ना. दैट मीन्स इफ आई एम ट्विस्टिंग योर ईयर, then it will regain its original shape and size after the force, if I am releasing the force. That is because of the elasticity. Clear? Now what is plasticity? Plasticity is the property of a fluid, property of a material which is basically retain its size, shape and size after withdrawing the external force on it. That means if you withdraw the force, external force on it, it is not coming to its original shape and size. So what is, देखो अपना घर में देखो रोटी बेलते हैं ना मम्मी, तो रोटी जो बोलता है ना, तो if you are producing that particular roti, then if you are applying some force, then the roti is making some kind of sheet or circular sheet. So the spherical shape of the your atta, it is coming to the circular shape of the roti. Okay, like this. So because of that particular plasticity property, it is coming, basically this phenomenon is occurring. Okay, like this. Or if you are applying some force on the pen, the pen may be deformed. Okay, टूट जाता है ना पेन, तो टूट जाने के बाद उसको बोला जाता है प्लास्टिसिटी. नाउ व्हाई आई एम डिस्कसिंग लाइक दिस, basically the fluid is called zero memory substance. Zero memory substance means it is basically forgetting its own memory. माने कि when the fluid is flowing, it cannot regain its original shape and size. But if you are applying some force on the solid, then it may regain its original shape and size if there is not any kind of deformation occurring. Okay, that means up to certain limit, proportionally elastic limit, proportional limit, you know, in strength of material you have gone through. So because of that, the fluid is, as the solid is regaining its original shape and size. That means I am applying some force, I am applying, let us consider I am applying, this is your solid, now applying some force, it may deform like this. So if I am withdrawing that force, then again it is making its original shape and size. But in case of solid, it is not happening. Fluid, it is not happening. In case of fluid, what happened? When the fluid is flowing with little permanent deformation. That means if it is your fluid, I am applying some force, the next shape is like this. Then again it is deforming, again it is deforming, and it is moving forward. So this is the phenomenon of the fluid. Clear? Why I am talking it is zero memory substance? Because it is forgetting its original shape and size, and and it is shaping the shape of the particular glass or whatever in where it is the fluid is placed, the shape is taken. Okay, if you are putting that fluid in a glass, then the shape of the glass will be taken by that particular fluid. Now first of all, why it is so important? We are because we cannot the human being or anything, any living being, okay, we are living, we are that means the human being can't live without fluid, because we are what we can say, swimming in the ocean of fluid. Because in air, when I am moving, we are just, when a particular man, he is moving, he is, what is happening when he is moving, then he is replacing the some fluid and moving forward. And we are, as we are taking oxygen, without oxygen we can't live. So we are without fluid, that oxygen is one kind of fluid. So without fluid we cannot move, we cannot live. Okay, you can die if the fluid is absent. If you are breathing in, breathing out, that is your fluid. So this is the, in your daily life, every in 24 hours you are just applying fluid, application of fluid in your life. Okay, you can see. Now the basically what I told you, that fluid is already I have told you the definition of fluid: ability to flow, and it is continuously deforming and moving forward according to the pressure, where the pressure is exerted. Okay, so if there is some pressure applied in this point, then left hand side the fluid is moving. If the pressure is applied here, pressure force is applied here, whatever the force is applied, then it is moving rightward like this. So this is all about the definition of fluid mechanics. Introduction, this is your introduction class, introductory class. Next class we will be discussing about the your types of study of fluid mechanics, then your types of fluid study, fluid dynamics, what is fluid kinematics, what is kinetics. Properties of fluid will be discussed here. Basically density, mass density will be discussed, specific gravity, weight density will be discussed, specific volume, specific gravity, viscosity, kinematic viscosity. Then your, these are all will be discussed. Then fluid property, what is Newton's law of viscosity, types of flow. Okay, what is what is your ideal plastic flow, non-Newtonian flow, Newtonian flow. All these will be discussed in the next class. Okay, so today up to this, I hope it is clear, and the subject it will take you, I can assure you that this subject is very very important and very very interesting subject. Okay, you will love it, this subject. So don't take to forget my channel DM Study Center. Okay, and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the everyday notification, so that you will be benefited, because lot of lecture has been uploaded, and this lecture will be available in your DM Study Center. Clear? So next class we will be discussing today up to this, and thanks to JIS College of Engineering for providing this kind of facility for our student in this pandemic situation. As we all know that we are not suffering any kind of exam point of view or education point of view are not suffering because of this initiative. And this initiative, I hope it will be benefited for you for upcoming exam also, GATE or BHEL, NTPC, IES exam. Okay, all the exam will be covered. Exam point of view, this syllabus will be covered. So today up to this, thank you for listening. Jai